Today I want to tell you a story that took place on the plain of Shinar, where people had settled after they journeyed east away from Eden. But before I get into the story, I want to read to you from Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 through 28. Let me just read part of that to you. Then God said, "Let us make humans in our image, according to our likeness." In verse 27, God says, "So God created humankind in His image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them. God blessed them," and listen to this, "and God said to them, 'Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth.'" Let's remember that. So people traveled to this plain of Shinar. It was a good place, plenty to eat, plenty of resources. And they learned to make bricks. They said, "Let us make bricks." Now, these aren't really bricks, are they? That's okay. So they made the bricks, and they learned to build things with the bricks. Do you like to build things? Maybe you do. Then they said, "Let us build a city and a tower." A tower that is so tall and so big that it reaches to heaven. Why do you think they wanted to reach to heaven? Did they want to go see God? Did they want to be God? We do know this. They also said, "Let us make a name for ourselves." Was that a good idea? I'm not so sure. So they kept building, and they built, and they built, and they built the tower taller and taller and taller and taller. But then what did God say? In verse 7 of chapter 11, God says, "Come, let us go down and confuse their language there, so that they will not understand one another's speech." So the Lord scattered them abroad over all the face of the earth, and they left off building the city. Therefore it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth. And from there the Lord scattered them abroad over all the face of the earth. There's a lot of answers I don't know for this story. Does God want people to communicate with each other? Does God want us to work together? I wonder. Is it God that prevents people from working together today? What do you think about that? What is it that keeps people from getting along and working together? I also want to ask you, did God ever do anything to bring the people back together? To unconfuse their languages? Think about that. Let us, this week, ask God to teach us. Let us ask God to show us. And let us listen to God and glorify Him this week. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.